Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Lineage Unsolved, where we explore the unknown of this dying game. Everyone has once become a blacksmith. You get to mine ores and get money pretty fast. Most people know the main four ores, that being tin, copper, iron, and mithril. These ores have all existed in varying locations, being there from the start of the game. However, for months now, I've been getting people asking me about a secret ore in the game. For the longest time, it existed, and I finally wanted to figure out what was its purpose and what was it supposed to do in the game. I managed to acquire a picture of the Nightstone ore in-game, with it being inside a wall. My first thoughts were it most likely being exploiter bait, as there were multiple ingredients that were in walls for exploiter bait as well, like the one in Scroomville, for example. I went ahead to try and test to see if I could mine it myself, and I couldn't, so my next step was to look around for other possibilities in the Rogue Discord. I had found a clip of someone exploiting to try and mine the ore, with the exploiter not being able to mine the ore either, which was quite strange. After the conclusion of my test, I decided next to research what the Nightstone ore actually did. The fact that there was actually a Nightstone ore must mean that it did something, perhaps in a previous project that the devs had worked on. The devs could have easily made another mithril ore to be the bait. There would be little reason to use the Nightstone ore itself, maybe besides being able to identify it easier. My first theory of it being bait seems less likely now, but perhaps the ore not being able to be mined is a bug. I decided to look through my old DMs with people. At first I was considering DMing the owner of the Rogue info server, but that was probably useless. I went ahead and looked in my DMs with a moderator named Will. I knew the Nightstone ore probably had to exist in Rogue survival, as it seemed like no one else had mentioned it in the Wave 0 days of Rogue Lineage. I finally landed upon something that was quite groundbreaking. I read through the lore of the race named Azinu. It reads as follows. The dragon blood is said to flow strong through the Azinu, but the dragon has been spotted outside God's Shome for over a century. These people are commonly thought to have developed the means to smelt and craft Nightstone weaponry and armor. While the idea of fearsome dragon lords of old Nightstone weapon in hand mounted on the back of any wyvern, dragon, or drake is formidable, these stories are now but a legend. This had definitely piqued my interest. The lore of this race had mentioned Nightstone weaponry existing. What further proved this was Will bringing up the fact that Blacksmith had 6 tiers. We know that the first 4 tiers in game goes up to mining mithril and being able to make mithril weapons. So perhaps the 5th and 6th tier could have included mining Nightstone and being able to craft weapons with it as well. It's not too far-fetched to say that. One of my viewers actually brought up to me the Rogue Survival wiki page, which I did not know existed. As I scrolled down the page, I looked at the pictures of the old decaying isle. We can clearly see Nightstone ore placed all over the inside of the decaying isle. With this, there is feasible evidence to prove that Nightstone weapons may have actually existed. To finally test this theory, I asked someone who actually played Rogue Survival, but he thinks it didn't actually exist. Though he did claim that it was a while ago and he didn't really remember much from that time period. My final verdict is true. The ore did actually exist and serve a purpose in another game. However, what was its purpose exactly, and did Nightstone weapons actually exist? This seems to remain a mystery. It would be pretty cool if it existed in the actual game itself. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Rogue Lineage Unsolved. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these, but I was really enjoying making this, and shout out to the fans that were with me in the VC when I was doing this. I'll see you guys later. Peace.